Hi, I'm Mon Dukes, here to talk about how to remain sane in the midst of it all. Last week, we dealt with the letter S, and we talked about how important it is to have a sound mind. Today, we're going to deal with the letter A, that stands for acknowledge. Now, the Bible tells us to trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not to thy own understanding. In all of thy ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct thy path. Now, the word acknowledge means to recognize a person's presence, power, authority, or status. When we walk into a room, we acknowledge or recognize a person's presence by waving or simply saying hello. In the military, soldiers recognize higher ranking officers' authority by saluting. In lands where there are kings and queens, their status or power is recognized by bowing. But now, how do we acknowledge God? First of all, we acknowledge him by actively pursuing him. I'm married to Carl Winfield today because he actively pursued me. When he met me and decided that he wanted to get to know me better, he invested time and money to actively pursue me. He would call me first thing in the morning and just say, I want to say hi and tell you to have a blessed day. He would call me at lunchtime just to see what I was doing for lunch. And then at night, he would call me at the end of the day and wish me a good night. Well, so it is with God. We've got to actively pursue him by seeking him early in the morning through prayer and meditation. We have to actively pursue him by meditating and studying and reading his word throughout the day. And we actively pursue him by giving him praise for the things he's done, the things he's doing, and the things he's yet to do. But now in actively pursuing him, that will prepare us to be aggressive in acknowledging him. The Bible says that the kingdom suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force. Now remember in week 1, we said that the enemy wants our mind. He doesn't want us to have a sound mind. He doesn't want your house. He doesn't want your car. He doesn't want your boo. What he is after is your mind. And so he uses tools as fear, distractions, trials, and worry and doubt to get you to doubt God and to cause your faith to waver. But it is during those times that you've got to stand flat-footed and fight the good fight of faith and win the battle that the enemy has come to conquer you and take your mind. You've got to be aggressive in fighting for a sound mind. But then not only do you have to actively pursue him, and not only do you have to be aggressive in your pursuit, but you also have to act like you know. The Bible says, and we know that all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. So yes, trouble may be rising from every side, but honey, the Bible says that weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Your job is to act like you know. The enemy may be rising and coming from every end. It's okay, because the Bible says that weapons will form, but they will not prosper. And when the enemy comes in like a flood, God promised that he would raise up a standard. Your job is to believe it and act like you know. As we act like we know, it will empower us to stand in the midst of circumstances. So we have to first actively pursue him through prayer and reading his word and giving him praise. And then we've got to stand flat-footed, be aggressive in the trials of life. And then as we go through, we got to remember his word is true. He's a promise keeper, and then act like you know. So next week, we're going to deal with the end. See you later. Mama Duke signing off. Stay tuned.